Hey everyone, welcome to Breaking the Meta, Episode 1. This week's Pokemon will be Arcanine. Arcanine is a UU Pokemon that I find incredibly viable in this tier. The whole point of Breaking the Meta will be, obviously, for us to take Pokemon from lower tiers and try to get them to work in OU. Okay, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and look for a battle here. I've made a whole new account so you guys can see how Arcanine works in lower tier. Now, I keep having people quit, this forfeit, so the rest of the week will be on my main account, and we're going to be making sure we get some good gameplay to show you how it works in higher parts of the ladder too. That'll be around 1400, but this will just be starting us off around 1100. Brings in the Sigilyph immediately. Now, I don't want to predict the Arcanine switch, but I do, so we're just going to go ahead and go for a Flamethrower here. He did not switch out. Okay, he was ready for this. Go to that Calm Mind immediately. Okay, this could be a threat. Giving him another stat change too, he could get that stored power up really early. We're still going to go ahead and go for the Thunderbolt here. See how this goes. As you guys can probably tell by now, I'm going to make sure that most of my channel is live commentary whenever I can. I find it's a little bit more insight into the battling process and how I work. I'm also going to be explaining as we battle how each member of this team helps complement Arcanine, because this is my actual competitive team, so it's one that I know how it works pretty well. Other than this though, I'm going to try to do a different team that complements each Pokemon. The Thunderbolt there is just because he was just far too invested to try to really do anything there. Against the Mamoswine, we have a couple options we can do here. The most obvious probably is Skarmory, but I want to go ahead and switch it up and go into the Conkeldurr, because how much damage we take? Yeah, about 52. He's going to outspeed us, though, will be the issue here. Definitely going to outspeed us. We're going to go ahead and go into the Skarmory. That was obviously a little bit too risky on my part there. Okay, into Skarmory. I don't run mine Toxic Stall. I don't run mine with any entry hazards. I run it Defog to help remove hazards. Arcanine is not a very big fan of hazards. He goes immediately into the Victini. He is going to go for a special fire move probably. I run Intimidate on this Arcanine. It's also Choice Banded, so he will not be taking that fire move very well, though that would definitely be a great alternative to my Intimidate set. Oh, Fusion Bolt, okay. That would have been a perfect time to switch in Mamoswine, I suppose. I'm going to go for Toxic, I guess. I don't know what he's going to try to bring in, but... oh, going to go ahead and say it. Okie dokie. Chansey's just going to eat up all these hits all day. I'm going to Seismic Toss now. Okay, so he's going to try to boost all his stats. You do that, buddy. I'm just going to make sure you stall yourself out a lot faster. We're going to go for the Soft Boil this time, because whatever he hits us with should be doing about 20 to 30 damage. It's not really anything too threatening at the moment, but to be honest with you, I like to keep Chansey at some pretty high health. He is our only good special wall on this team. We do have plenty of options for physical, but Chansey has to take the entire brunt of any, special hits, so it's always good to make sure Chansey stays in good health. Okay, he's definitely taking a moment to think here, which I do love it when people set the timer and then they're the ones who actually spend their time running it. His most reliable switch in right now would be the Gengar. Yeah, there it is. Now, the problem with Gengar is, I think most people who use Chansey realize that there's just not really much you can do against a Gengar with Chansey. We're going to switch into our Conkeldurr, just let it get finished off real quick. Okay, the Hypnosis, interesting. I'm going to go for the knockoff here, hoping he misses another Hypnosis. No, he goes for the Destiny Bond. So, he just sacrificed our Conkeldurr, which was already to be sacrificed, so I don't really understand that play there, but I definitely think we'll get some more competitive battles when we move up here. Here comes a Mienshao. It definitely didn't need that Intimidate. It's probably going to go for the Fake Out here. It'd just be for our best interest to preserve the Manectric as long as possible. Manectric's going to hit that Garchomp really well. It can't really do much against a Mamoswine, which is something I don't appreciate, but we'll get over that. There's Mamo coming back in. We're going to go ahead and Toxic that, which I don't carry on my Skarmory, as I mentioned earlier, so I guess I'll get over that instead. Brave Bird here, the Blizzard, the Special Blizzard. Okay, so mixed Mamoswine. Very interesting set, very interesting at the very least here. We're on Rooftop here. Knockoff on it too. Mixed Mamoswine. Ladies and gentlemen, we could see the new meta before us here. We go for another Brave Bird here. I will be honest with you though. Okay, Giga Impact. That's honestly, that could be an interesting time to switch in. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and switch in Arcanine. Might sound kind of weird, but he'll do neutral damage to this at least. Lowers it. Yep, there's that must recharge. Arcanine can finish this Mamoswine off really easily. And I could have done it with my Skarmory, but it would have took too long. It probably would have got boring, so I figured, there's a forfeit. Okay, so as you can see here, this team is kind of intimidating in the tier that I'm using it in. If you guys would like more information on the team, I can happily do a video about that and give it a breakdown. Other than that, I'll just be explaining it gradually through the week, how each member helps. The Double Intimidate this team has is actually quite wicked to use. It's something that I find is incredibly helpful. Manectric is definitely the lead for this team. He gives us a lot of different options we can play around with, and he's one of my favorite megas since he was first introduced, so I couldn't resist using him here. In fact, to look at his team, he's got another Gengar. Now, to deal with the Gengar, we don't have a ton of stuff. Mega Manectric can hit him well, the Mamoswine can hit him as priority, which will definitely help, especially since Gengar is very frail. The Aggron is going to be hard to hit because, to be honest with you, Manectric's really my only way to play around with this. After Swagger was banned, I'm kind of surprised to see a Klefki. It's probably going to immediately go for... Nope. No light screens here. He brings in the Electros. It's a decently bulky Pokemon, but it's not the best in my opinion. Definitely not the best. I don't know if he's running it physical or special, but Chansey can take both hits pretty decently, so the least risk will be to Volt Switch out here. Make sure we do some damage to it and go into our Chansey. Yeah, there's that Giga Drain. Okay, so you're nice and special. We're just gonna go... Now, I'm kind of predicting the Gengar. I want to predict the Gengar. But it could be a little bit risky. If we do, we'll switch into Conkeldurr and get a knockoff on it and just knock out that Gengar, and that'll put us in a really good situation. But I also think... Yeah, you know what, we're gonna predict it. We're gonna predict it, guys. Let's see here if we can get a prediction to pay off. Now, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, by the way. If you do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It gives me a lot of feedback and it helps get this channel more popular so we can get more people in here. Which I'm really only doing this to entertain you guys. I really enjoy putting a smile on people's face and making their day better and giving them high quality entertainment, so I really do hope you guys enjoy this. He's definitely taking a while to do his move. He might be trying to predict here too. But we're just going to go ahead and start the timer. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be that guy, but it usually helps him speed up. We're gonna keep waiting, keep waiting, so I do suppose this would be a great time just to tell you guys a little bit more about the series. Breaking the meta, bringing in all these lower tier Pokemon. Now, we already do have the Pokemon pick for next week, but after that, it is up to you guys. So please leave a Pokemon suggestion below in the comments of what you'd like to see. If you get the most popular comment, then I can guarantee your Pokemon will be next. I will take any challenge on that, no matter how ridiculous it gets. Might regret saying that later, but oh well. Okay, this is probably not going to work out the best way. If he's just not going to be here, I think we're just going to go ahead and end off the video here. I just don't want to have to put you guys through this and wait the entire time and then quit out there. Plus, this part of the ladder isn't very competitive. We're going to be moving up to about 1450 with my head Honchkrow account. So that will definitely be interesting to see how Arcanine does in a more competitive part of it. I know you didn't get to see a ton of Arcanine in this one because it was just kind of an underwhelming matchup there, but you know what? It's only the first episode of Breaking the Meta here, and we'll definitely try to improve from here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and everyone have a great day.